going on? This is Heddle with the Metal Illuminati. I'm here with Frankie Bello of Anthrax.
How are you?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
So, what, second day of Mayhem?
Yes, it is. You can hear my voice, yeah.
Oh, really?
Second day of Mayhem.
Those backup vocals take a toll on you, huh?
Yeah, well, the drinking with Kerry King last night
yes.
took a toll on me. That's exactly it. We're being honest about this.
Well, I hope you learned your lesson.
Oh, no.
No, hell no. You're going to do it tonight.
Oh, tomorrow's a day off, yes.
Yes. Speaking of days off,
Yeah.
well, not speaking of days off, really, but you've been at Anthrax, I think, since '85, correct?
Yes.
As long as I've been old.
Wow. Wow, man, yeah.
But it's kind of cool seeing the trajectory of your guys' career since then. It's almost, what, 2.5 decades now.
Yeah.
And I noticed back in, I believe it was 94 or 95, with the release of the Stomp album, you guys weren't exactly pleased with how Elektra handled it.
No, no.
You guys were on a major label up until that.
Yeah.
And you decided to go indie. And that was, what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it was a rough time, rough period for us because all the record companies were falling apart, and everybody's changing. Just all of the people we knew in the record company were changing, getting fired, and everything. So we had no choice but to go to an indie and make it happen again. You know,
it's kind of a crazy foreshadowing almost, because now you really see what you just described tenfold.
Exactly, it totally is. And you know, look at the record company business now. So there is none. There really is none, except for Megaforce, our company, and we really love them. You know, it's a different game now. The touring is how you. This is what we've done all our career. We've toured to make an audience, to get an audience, and that's what we've done. So it's just more of the same for us. We get it. We've done this game already. So what we do, Anthrax is doing now with this worship music, is to rebuild our fan base.
Yes.
And that's why we're headlining the second stage of Mayhem, to rebuild this fan base. There's a lot of kids out here that have never seen. They've heard of Anthrax, but they've never seen it. So it's really important for us to give them what we do, our energy, our music, you know, all of the above. So, and it's really working. I mean, yesterday was the first show on this tour. Insane. I can't tell you, you couldn't see anymore. There were so many people. It was just exactly what we need right now.
Exactly what you need.
Exactly.
So people know the logo.
Yeah.
They hear the sound.
Yeah, they know the name. They know all of that, and that's, you know, it's been a name that's around forever.
Cool.
We just need to get out there and get these, and it's happening. It's right in front of our eyes. So it's really a great feeling.
Kind of a good segue from that is now with the state of, you know, the music business right now, it tends to be very polarizing between you and even your musician peers. Some people say, oh my God, the kids these days, they have no honor, they don't buy anything, but yet concert revenue is going through the roof and it's higher than ever.
Yeah.
What's your take on it? Are you one of those one on side one, side two?
I'm on. You know, I understand the whole game, but at the end of the day, when the musician writes, a songwriter writes a song, that's from him, and when you illegally download it, you got to think of it. There's no money coming in, so I don't know how long they can be musicians because you have to support, you have to eat, and all that stuff. So it's really, if they have to work out some kind of system where it's fair for everybody. That's what I think. I mean, I have no problem people listening to songs, getting a taste of it, but you know, support your musicians, support your songwriters. That's just what I think.
Hey,
it's just Joe.
No,
That's just Joe. Was he bothering us?
you got that right. Yeah, it's gonna look really retarded if you didn't see what I was yelling at. So, anyway, so what you were saying about people illegally downloading music.
Yeah. I get it. I totally get it.
But wouldn't you say that maybe it just means that artists need to look at other avenues of revenue?
Exactly, and the record companies haven't caught up, as we all know. No, it's really dated.
Some people don't know.
Dinosaurs. Yeah, exactly. So I get the whole. So there's really no happy balance yet. There really isn't, but I think there is somewhere out there. It's just that nobody's come up with something yet. You know, the right idea. But it all takes care of itself. I don't look at it as a negative. It's just people are still getting to hear your songs, which sounds cool. So I get it. But it would be nice if they made it whereas you can still get paid for what your 2 years of writing, whatever, how long it takes you to write a record. It's a lot. It's a process, and that's how we feed our families.
That's true.
At the end of the day, yes, touring. You know, so many bands touring, you really have to stay on the road too.
That's true.
So it's really hard. So I'm sure they'll figure it out one day. Maybe not my lifetime, but one day.
You seem to be a little lackadaisical about it. It doesn't seem like you'll go endorsing SOPA or something anytime soon.
I can't get too involved with it. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm a pawn in this game, like everybody else. You know what I mean? So no one person is going to change anything. It's got to be a movement, and then later on it will all decide. Just like politics. You know what I mean?
It is kind of politics.
It is kind of politics. So I don't look too deep into it. It'll take care of itself. Because there's other things to worry about in the world. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So it's just rock it. It's a metal tour. I'm having a good time.
Yes.
That stuff's going to take care of itself.
What about, how do you think that might, basically, how would you be going about with things right now if Anthrax was a new band, founded in 2010?
It's so much harder. It's so much harder. I have friends that are in new bands trying to make it, just trying to get shows. It's so tough. Just record deals. I mean, when you get a record deal, there's no money. There's no money. You're just getting money to record, and that's it. So, and then you got to try to get on tours. I know how hard it is because I know a lot of these bands. They're just upstarts and just trying to get into it. I just feel bad because there's no MTV, you know, there's nothing, there's no radio, there's never been radio, especially this kind of music. This for Anthrax, we've never had radio, and thankfully, I mean, we've made it along and had a fan base, but there's never been radio. So imagine how hard it is for these. That's why I feel for them, and anything I can do to help them, whether it be knowledge or whatever it is to do. Make the right move. Stay away from these contracts. These contracts that could just sell your soul. You can't do that. You got to be really careful. But you got to get a lawyer.
And you got to get a lawyer. Everybody says that.
You do, because man, you can get really screwed for your life, your musical life, your musical life, which takes over your life.
Yes, it's
so
true.
Music is our life. So you got to be really careful about all this stuff. So make sure somebody's watching you. You got to protect yourself. Yes, legally you got to cover yourself. It's get really messed up.
Now with the advent of the internet, where this video is going to go later on, would, at least from my perspective, I feel that it's a lot easier now to be a musician, just because it's easier to press up albums, distribute your songs all over the world.
Absolutely.
You don't have to rely on a record label to get
side,
it.
Absolutely, promotional wise, of course. But then there's so many bands, so you got to get lost. You got to stand out. That makes it the writing of your songs even that much more important. You can't just phone it in. It's got to be different. It's got to be your own from your heart. You know what I mean? It's got to be that. Because otherwise you're just going to be shooed away with the other bands. You know what I mean? If it doesn't stand out, think about it. If it's not something different and you're not copying anybody, you just really have to really stand strong in what you do. Otherwise you're just going to be lost in the show.
So along with saying that it's harder than ever in the standard, you got to work hard.
It's totally. Think about how hard that is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you could just find the riff. Oh man, that sounds like somebody.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It is hard. Yes, I think it really is. But at least you have the avenue once you get yourself together with your songs to put on YouTube, whatever you have to do. Make your songs heard.
But so given that, what would you tell a new band that's coming out right now? Your best piece of advice,
dude? Persistence, and patience. I mean, it's got to be every day and live it. You live it. We're still living it because you have to. We're on the Mayhem tour, yes, but we know we have to get a whole new fan base. So we got to stay hungry. I mean, we're so fucking hungry right now. That's the whole point. You got to be hungry and you got to stay hungry.
Cool.
Never lose the hunger.
Nice. So aside from drinking with Kerry King, what else is on the menu for the rest of this tour?
I'm going on about 3 hours. I'm psyched for the show.
Awesome. 3 hours of sleep, you say?
Yeah. It's going to be.
He's going on 3 hours.
We'll have a great show. I'm looking forward to it. I saw the crowd. It looks nuts out there.
Yes.
I want to see Motorhead tonight. I want to see Slayer. Some Slipknot. Check it out. So it should be fun.
Sounds like a plan, man. Well, we'll be watching you, and you better kill it.
I will.
Because if you don't, thanks a lot, man. Let's head on with the Metal Illuminati.
What can you do?